Okay, let me hit you with a scary statement. 16 billion passwords leaked online. That's not a joke. It is true because a recent report talked about this mega data dump on the internet. And if you think that you don't use any shady websites or your passwords should be fine, a lot of people are thinking the same. But remember, you could also be a victim, and it's important that we talk about this. We're talking about logins from Facebook, Apple, Google, Netflix, even some government website, by the way. And basically, if you've been online for the past 10 years, there is a good chance that your details are floating around on the dark web. This isn't a single company getting hacked. It's years of stolen data gathered by sneaky malware called info stealers, all packed together and briefly posted online. Experts are calling it one of the biggest leaks in internet history. Here's the thing, passwords can be tricky, which means you need to be smart enough of how to execute your password. If you've been using passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or even your pet's name for your passwords, it's basically an invitation for anyone to basically come and rob you. While you might have added these simple passwords, there is no need to panic right now because unlike pineapple on pizza, this is fixable. So let me share with you some very useful tips of what you should do when you are choosing a password that will make it tougher for hackers to crack the safe. First up, stop reusing passwords. If you're using the same password for your email, Netflix, Swiggy, and even your bank account, please stop doing that today. Always ensure that your password has at least 12 characters. Could be a mix of capital symbols, numbers, maybe even a little chaos. Something like "Check today at 1:30 p.m. !" This is strong and kind of relatable. The most important thing that you can do here is activate two-factor authentication, and it is important. It's an extra layer of protection that you can have for your account. Now, like I said, this is additional layer of security where you get an SMS code or an app where basically a login code comes to your phone and you can log into any platform. It's super efficient. So please activate two-factor authentication on your devices, and I believe it's a safe way to use the internet. Now, I know what you are thinking. I have a universe of passwords. One password for Instagram, one for my crypto application, one for Gmail. Basically, how do I remember all of these complex passwords, right? Well, here's the thing. You do not have to remember all of them. Let your password manager do the heavy lifting for you. There are multiple platforms available online. Now, if Google is your dedicated platform, you can use Google Password Manager. It's built right into your Chrome browser and your Android phone. Every time you log in somewhere, it will ask to save the next time. Basically, it will also save the credentials, the password. Now, remember, this is synced to your Google account. So even if you switch phones or laptops, everything just travels with you and you can access these Google passwords from every device that you are using anywhere in the world. Now, talking about the other platform, the iOS, Apple platforms. Now, there is a password app, a dedicated password app, which was formerly known as Keychain. Now, this application also autofills passwords, suggests some very strong ones, and even flags if a password of yours has been leaked or found in a data breach, which is something that is very useful. Also, there are free tools, by the way, like Bitwarden, NordPass, which can use, you can use, especially if you want something which is independent of all of the big tech. Okay, quick warning. While we have given you all of the information, remember, do not use your password manager in the office or shared computers, and I'll show you exactly why. Let's say you log into your personal Google account on your work laptop. If your IT guy or any of your colleague knows your system password, and they usually do, they can potentially access your passwords saved in Google Password Manager. Yup, even your bank logins if you have asked Google to remember them. See how easily I can access all of these passwords? Alright, for people who get bothered by long passwords, I have some very good news for you. We might be actually done with passwords entirely in the next few years, because we are entering an era of passkeys and biometrics. With passkeys, basically, you don't need to type any characters, you don't need to remember long passwords. Your phone verifies your fingerprint or your face and logs you in securely to any of the platform that you want. So basically, you will not have to remember these complex passwords and characters, which really is a good thing. Now, if you're already using iPhones or Apple gadgets, Face ID is important, and even fingerprint scanners are available on your phone, right? Now, these are basically biometric logins, and it's way harder for hackers to steal these when you compare it to text-based passwords. Now, Apple, Google, Microsoft, these biggies, they're all betting big on passkeys. Since people are changing all of these with cosmetics, try not to change, because that could get you into trouble.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.